Okay guys, hello and welcome back to a new episode. In this one, we're looking at Bngo again. So Bngo over the past month has been seeing big increases, but realistically this one stopped growing at about the 25th of January, and now we are actually down by about 12%. We're asking, is this over? Should you sell, or should you actually buy more? Well, of course guys, I am not a financial advisor, so do make sure to do your own research and use this video for entertainment purposes and nothing else. But with that being said, if you do enjoy it, if it's something that you might like, please do leave a like and subscribe, because it is appreciated and it does help me to understand how much you guys do enjoy the videos. So with that being said, we're not wasting any more time and we're going to have a look at how this one has been moving in the past week, and then a bit of a forecast into next week, and also a bit of a fundamental analysis, guys. So if it's something that you might enjoy, please do leave a like I've said, and let's go. Right guys, so we can see over the past month, we're looking at a lot of volatility in the shares price. We're up by, a casual 121%. So obviously it is massive gains that we're looking at over the past month, and it kind of makes sense that we are seeing this sell-off. Now of course with this stock, it has been hyped up so much that I think a lot of people are way over optimistic with what they should be expecting. I don't think it's a bad thing that the share price has gone up. So guys, I'm not too concerned by the amount that it has gone up over the past month, but I think this has kind of created an environment where people are too scared of the price going down. Now of course, looking at Bngo, in my personal view, I do think it is a long-term hold. I think now is actually a decent buy-in opportunity if you do still believe in the company. Now of course, looking at this one from a fundamental standpoint, which we are going to do in just a moment, we can see that absolutely the fundamentals are there for this one to see big growth. I think with the share price increase that we have been seeing mainly over the past month, I would not be too worried, because of course we have been up by so much, it is justified that the price is going to fall a little bit. Now of course guys, looking at what the analysts say over on CNN Business, and of course other sources are available, but we have 4 analysts here which actually have a very mixed buy rating, and of course some of them are saying that it's going to drop by a significant amount, as much as 93%, and of course others are saying that it's going to go up by another 26%. Now of course I find this a very interesting statistic, because obviously looking at this business, I do think it is a very good company. I think a lot of people are kind of skeptical with how much it has grown, and of course that is why I do say again that I'm not too concerned that we are down a little bit. Now overall guys, in my personal opinion, I think we are going to see bigger growth than these analysts are predicting. I think we are going to see at least $20 in the next year, in my personal view. Now of course a lot of factors do go into this, such as revenue for the company, and of course generally speaking how much attention the stock gets, but obviously I do think that there is still some good potential to see decent growth. Now of course if we have a look on their official website, we can see what the company does, and basically if you want to have a read of that, I'm just going to skim over it. We can see that this company basically provides essential genomic information for which no other technology can provide, to generate greater understanding of genome biology. BioNano's next generation mapping combines proprietary nanochannel arrays, or whatever that is, which are basically with optical mapping to image extremely long high molecular weight DNA into its most native state. So guys, I obviously messed up reading that one, but we can see what the company does there. It obviously allows us to get a better understanding of genomics and obviously genes, and this is very interesting because, just to summarize, there are a lot of things that this could be used for. One of the main things that it is very useful in is it can basically detect how ill a person can get from an illness and which illnesses a person is susceptible to. So what this means guys is, for example, if somebody was to have, and I'm not sure if this technology is that advanced to detect this illness yet, but I'm just going to say for an example, cancer. If somebody was susceptible to cancer, basically this technology could in theory tell that this person was susceptible to that, and of course help them to get treatment before the ill symptoms even start to show, which really could be very interesting for the future. And for that reason guys, I think this technology over the long term does have some real potential to advance. Obviously it's not 100% developed yet. Some of these technologies are obviously used in some market sectors already, but we can see in the future this basically the whole market sector is anticipating some big growth. And in this chart here we can see the Japan figures, and of course other countries are available again, but we can see that right now in 2021 we are anticipating big growth on 2020, and of course this growth is anticipated to continue into the future. Now of course, like I've said guys, this is only just one country, but we can see that many of the countries are going through similar changes, in the sense that this whole industry is expected to grow more into the future, and I think it is a very good thing, but I also do think it does present some opportunities for market leaders to come out of this sector. I think a company like BioNano Genomics really does have that potential. Now of course if we look down a little bit further, we can see they have a market cap of about 3 billion, and of course all of their products are very interesting. Now, like I've said before, they have many different uses, and of course, going into the future, I think this technology as a whole is going to be very interesting. So, of course, looking at this one over the past 5 days, we can see that Bngo has actually been down, like I've said, and I think that, you know what, into next week, I'd definitely like to see this one start to come back into the green. Looking at this one on the 5th of February, we can see that it has actually come down by a kind of significant amount for what it is, and of course, realistically, guys, the potential is there for the future, long term, and even into next week, I think we could see a little bit of a reversal. I don't think it will be too significant. I don't think it will bring us past the $13 mark, which people may anticipate happening. I think it will just be enough to hopefully bring us up past this $11.90 mark. And you know what? I think that is enough for the next week, because obviously looking into this one, it's still more of a long-term hold in my opinion. I think now that we are seeing this sell-off, it's not the most worrying thing in the world, because it has been hyped up by such a significant amount in the past month. I'm just not too concerned by the sell-off, and I think it will be back on the growth before we know it. So yeah, I would anticipate this one going up a little bit into the next week, but honestly, even if we can stabilize out at this point, I think there will still be some factors in the future which could obviously equate to long-term growth of this one, and if I was to be holding it, I definitely think it would be over that more long-term period into the next 1 to 5 years, because honestly there is potential for this one to go up by 2 times in the next year. In my opinion, I think we could even see it go even further than that in the long-term future. So guys, looking at this one just to conclude, I definitely think that the potential is there for this one. I can see it going up by a significant amount in the future. The technology is very interesting, of course. It will be helping the whole of the human race if we can detect these illnesses in the future and all that kind of good stuff which we can do with genomics. So it's a very interesting industry. I think it is anticipating a lot more growth in the future. And I think a company like Bngo does definitely have some potential to be a market leader in this industry if they play their cards right and continue to see more growth, which is probably going to happen into the long-term future. So guys, with that being said, I hope that you did enjoy this quick video. If you did, please do leave a like and subscribe, and of course I will see you in the next one. Goodbye until then, see you then.